Hello, my name is Stacia Harris, and today I will be talking about incorporating Indigenous perspectives in math. The underlying curriculum problem found within this area is the fact that Indigenous students aren't feeling a sense of acceptance within the mathematics domain. Ultimately, the underrepresentation and inevitable disengagement of Indigenous Australian students within mathematics stem from a curriculum that often overlooks their cultural perspectives. Research highlights that many Indigenous students struggle to see the relevance in mathematics in their daily lives, leading to disengagement. The Australian curriculum emphasises the integration of Indigenous perspectives across all subjects, yet mathematics frequently lacks meaningful cultural inclusion. The disconnect contributes to lower academic outcomes for Indigenous students within STEM fields. A high-need issue in curriculum and pedagogy is the need for culturally responsive mathematics education that affirms Indigenous identities and aligns mathematical concepts with Indigenous knowledge systems. Without this, Indigenous students face barriers to participate, perpetuating cycles of disadvantage in mathematical literacy and career pathways. A range of root causes contribute to Indigenous students' lack of sense of acceptance within mathematics. Cultural bias in curriculum design often privileges Western mathematical traditions, while marginalising Indigenous ways of knowing. Teachers may lack training in integrated Indigenous cultural content or hold misconceptions about Indigenous students' abilities in mathematics. Language diversity further exacerbates these challenges as many Indigenous students speak languages other than Standard Australian English, which can make understanding abstract mathematical concepts more difficult. Additionally, Indigenous students may feel discouraged due to the underrepresentation of Indigenous professionals in STEM fields, reinforcing their belief that mathematics is not a domain where they belong. These factors, coupled with past experiences of being told they can't do math, contribute to self-perceptions of inadequacy, limiting aspirations and engagement. The implications for teaching and learning necessitate a shift towards culturally responsive mathematics pedagogy. Research suggests that connecting mathematics to real-world applications relevant to Indigenous communities can enhance student engagement. For example, embedding Indigenous knowledge systems such as spatial reasoning in land navigation or seasonal calendars provides meaningful context for mathematical concepts. Teacher professional development programs that equip educators with culturally appropriate strategies can bridge gaps in content knowledge and pedagogy. Moreover, collaborative learning approaches that draw on community knowledge holders as co-educators can foster a more inclusive learning environment. Ensuring Indigenous students feel represented and valued in mathematics classrooms is crucial to increasing their participation and success in the subject. Addressing this issue requires collaboration among key stakeholders, including Indigenous students, their families, educators, policymakers, and Indigenous community members. Indigenous students and their families advocate for their integration of cultural knowledge and support structures within the mathematics education. Teachers need adequate resources and training to implement culturally responsive pedagogy effectively. Policymakers play a crucial role in shaping curriculum frameworks that mandate Indigenous perspectives in mathematics. Indigenous elders and knowledge holders provide authentic insights into mathematical concepts embedded in cultural traditions, ensuring curriculum content reflects Indigenous ways of knowing. While these stakeholders share the common goal of improving Indigenous students' outcomes, tensions may arise regarding the depth of cultural integration in mathematics education and the constraints within these standardized curricula. Opportunities for innovation in mathematics education includes leveraging Indigenous pedagogies such as storytelling, experiential learning, and place-based education to make mathematics more meaningful. Digital resources that incorporate Indigenous mathematical concepts, such as interactive platforms showcasing Indigenous navigation systems or kinship structures, can enhance engagement. However, constraints exist, including systematic resistance to curriculum change, teacher workload, and the challenge of ensuring authenticity in Indigenous content integration. Addressing these barriers requires sustained investment in professional learning, resource development, and Indigenous-led curriculum initiatives. By prioritising Indigenous perspectives in mathematics, educational institutions can create inclusive learning environments that empower Indigenous students and foster greater mathematical engagement. Thank you for listening.